Hey Stampers, I'm Meg from LovenStamps, and this is Monday morning, Maker Mornings with Meg. And today is kind of a big day because it is the last day of Sale-a-bration. And so I am going to show you a quick card this morning that is a DSP card base using the fabulous Daffodil Afternoon paper, which is, of course, today's the last day you can get that. I'm going to show you a faux DSP card base version though, because you can get twice as many of this card out of a package of paper, which is terrific. I mean, when the paper's free, whatever, but you're going to love this quick faux card idea. And then I'm going to give you my 15 card wrap up of Sale-a-bration, which is going to be kind of like a quick run through of some projects that we've done together just to review in case there are things that you don't want to miss out on before they are gone. So let's see. Good morning, everybody. Hi, Beverly and Trish and Terry and Tanya and Deborah and everybody else who's on there. It's funny, Facebook doesn't really show me everybody who is on. So whether you're watching now or whether you're watching later, make sure you say hi so we know you're here. And with that, are you guys ready to get started? I have to tell you, I'm going to be quite sad when the Sale-a-bration mini catalog ends, this guy right here. So we only have a few hours left. I'm used to saying days or whatever, but it's hours, few hours left. So hey, Marcy. All right, so let's go ahead and flip our camera down and we'll get started with this card. And I think you'll be excited. If you've seen a DSP card base before, if you're not sure what I'm saying, it's DSP for Designer Series paper. And the idea is that you can see both sides of the paper when you do a DSP card base. Let's see, what do I have here? Here is a DSP card base. So actually this is one of our recap projects. So this is the Hello Beautiful stamp set. Oh gosh. And Designer Series paper. And the card base itself is made of Designer Series paper. So you can kind of see how that works so that you get both sides of the paper showing and you're kind of making the most of it. Oops, goes this way. So let's go ahead with today's Daffodil version of that card. And a little bit different too, so. Oh, and I'm wearing a springtime sweatshirt. This is our, here's the fabric. It's got Mickey and Minnie on it. It's from Purple Dragon Fabrics. So if you're following the fun fabric adventures. All right, so we have the project here ready to go. Like I said, Daffodil Daydream. And this paper is actually a full strip. So the other half of this paper is going to be the other 6x4, and it's the same thing mirrored. So it looks like this. So when you go to cut your paper to make this card base, what you want to do is you want to cut it 4 inches wide by 6 inches tall. And then you're going to score 3/4 inches from the top to make this little tab. Okay, see how that works? Because that is going to make this the perfect size to layer on a 1/4 sheet of cardstock. And it's going to go like this. And you're thinking, okay, but that doesn't look like a DSP card base because it's got cardstock on the back. So that's where the faux part comes in. And this card you'll see is really simple because you're going to pop a piece of coordinating neutral cardstock. So we have our vanilla in there, which is such a soft, pretty springtime color, and it's going to fit just like this. All right, so when you are adhering these card layers, you want to make sure you, oh, Kim says she has to wait. This is why she waited to the last minute to do her final Sale-a-bration order, because she's going to make adjustments. Yeah, maybe. I think so far everything is still available. It's made me a little nervous to do that sometimes, because sometimes things run out, but this time seems pretty good. So our card base here, so I've put the tab of adhesive. You want to use strong adhesive like Seal Plus or Tear Tape. And I'm going to go ahead and line this up. So see how that's lined up there, and then press this down. So now I know that this is going to work really well here. If you have like a tiny fraction of an edge there, you can, take your paper cutter and trim that off just a teeny bit. I trimmed it the same, but whatever. You can trim that off so that it will be even at the bottom. But you're going to now go ahead and stamp the inside of our card. So we have this for our front, this for our inside, and I'm going to pop this speckle stamp. So Daffodil Daydream has not only the pretty daffodils, it has these great sort of backgroundy border images and this little accent here with the butterfly. And Daffodil Daydream is not a celebration set, so it will continue to be available through June as part of the January through June mini catalog. But the paper, this designer series paper, is going to go away. So that you are definitely going to want to get sooner rather than later. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop this down here to the bottom, and then let's add a couple of butterflies here. So there we go with that. All right, so that's our inside. And then for our front, really the design on the designer series paper just does a lot of the work for us. But we want to add a greeting, and you know me, you know I'm gonna say we need a focal point. So let's go ahead and add that. Again, I'm gonna use my Seal Plus or my tear tape to add adhesive to adhere this to the card background, okay? So that we have a really strong bond here. You don't want these pieces to separate when people are opening your pretty card. So let's grab a strip of ribbon. So I'm gonna grab some ribbon here, was gonna be part of our accent. We need a place to put our greeting, which is going to be on this piece of Simply Marbleous paper, which is also disappearing. So there's a link in the video description to all of the supplies used for this project, so you can check those out and place, get anything that you still need. And so we're going to use our Memento Black to stamp here. And the greeting we're going to use, the greetings here are terrific Mother's Day and Easter blessings. So if you're looking for an Easter or Mother's Day stamp, you'll have that. But the Special Moments stamp set is another celebration freebie, and it is going to disappear today also. So today's the last day. And this stamp set is 21 greetings, which are a really terrific addition to all of your other stamps. So I have used several from here. Some of my favorite, Just a Card to Say, are amazing. The one we're going to use today is Thanks for Brightening Up My Day, which goes so splendidly with our daffodils. This one I couldn't wait for a special occasion. It's just fun, just to kind of share some greetings. So this is a terrific stamp set for having greetings to go with everything, and be ready for that. So, all right, so I'm gonna go ahead and take our stamp here and go ahead and stamp this here on our strip of Simply Marbleous paper. And then I think this, we're going to place this kind of here as sort of a horizontal line here, but I don't wanna cover up too much of our daffodils. So let's go ahead and take our paper snips, and I'll show you. I'm going to go ahead and make a straight line over here because I want it to be shorter, but I'm going to make a fishtail on the end of this, and I'll show you my trick for doing that. Hi Susan and Pam and Doris, and Kim says her friend is turning 70 and she is going to use this as her birthday card. Oh, I love that. It would be a great one. Anytime, any springtime. So what I'm going to do first to make this fishtail is go ahead and cut in the center, just up as far as I want the tail to go, okay? Then I'm going to take my scissors. I'll kind of put this in here with my finger so you can see what I'm doing. I'm just gonna cut from the corner to the top of that cut, just a little straight line, okay? Just like that. And then this one from the corner to the top of my cut. And miraculously, you get a fishtail that is just nice and even and great accent to our card. So now, we have our element here, and I love the way this doesn't cover up our daffodils, so it's kind of creating our focal point, but not overwhelming it. But this is a DSP card base, right? So we want to show off both sides of the DSP. So let's go ahead and turn up an angle of our paper, and just like that, I'm just gonna fold that right there. Add that extra element. And so not only, you know, of course, the backs and the fronts of the paper match each other. So not only does this pink here, this Blushing Bride and Petal Pink bring out the Blushing Bride and Petal Pink in our card, but it adds an extra interest to our card front and gives us an anchor here for our banner, okay? Now, I'm really not done because I have this ribbon here that I also wanted to use. So I'm gonna slide this under here as an additional horizontal element that just sort of strengthens our banner, and it's sort of present here on our card, all right? So kind of think I'm gonna move it down here so it's below the tip of this. All right, so let's go ahead and attach that. Now, how am I gonna attach that ribbon? I'm gonna use my multi-purpose liquid glue, and I'm gonna put a super fine strip of adhesive down here at the bottom of this, and that is going to hold our ribbon. So if you've heard me talk about this glue before, I always say, if you can see it, it is enough. And when I'm sticking things together, I don't want to stick to my paper, my table. I'm just gonna go ahead and use my silicone craft sheet, which is handy here. All right, so this is gonna go pop down just like so. And I'm gonna give that a second to grab, because we know that the multi-purpose liquid glue doesn't grab instantly. It takes a second to hang on there. So I'm gonna trim this end, okay? And then let's give this a little bit of a corner there. All right, so now we have our elements here ready to go on our card. So let's pop this up with some Stampin' Dimensionals. And to make sure that this little element here stays popped up nicely, I'm actually gonna put the dimensional between the layers so that it gives this a little extra interest there. So that means if I'm kind of like keeping everything on the flat, then I'm gonna put my dimensional here, and I'm going to pop a little glue. I'll just use my multi-purpose liquid glue here because it'll go exactly where I want it then. And now I can pop our banner on, and I'm gonna align this banner at the edge, the left edge of our card here. Wait, I had to think about that. Left for you. Yeah, left edge of our card. All right, so now we have our card here, but we need an embellishment of some kind, of course. And so I'm gonna bring in the brushed brass butterflies, which are part of our LovenStamps Perks Points tutorials. And they're part of this collection that I've sort of curated for this month. And you can learn more about that, the card kits to go and so forth, on my website. There's a link in the video description. So today's the last day to place an order and get your card kits for February. And I'm just gonna pop one butterfly up there just as our little accent. You know what, I'm gonna move it. I didn't push it down hard, so I can still move it. I'm gonna move it a little closer to our greeting there, so it's not quite so spread out, so dispersed. And so now you can see we have a really strong focal point, because these flowers are pretty busy. They could definitely hold their own. So now we've really strengthened this focal point here, and we have this little peekaboo on the front, which is fun because it shows the little surprise of what's coming inside your card. And then, of course, you would want to make an envelope to go with this card. So I have my very vanilla envelopes to go with this, and the other great images here from the Daffodil set to match our designer series paper are perfect. Remember to store all your pieces in here, some sneak peeks of some of the other things that we're gonna do. And I'm gonna use this one because I like the direction of it for our envelope. Sorry, I'll turn this one here for you. I like the direction of it for our envelope. I like how it faces the address that you're gonna put on your envelope. And I'm just gonna go ahead and stamp this and do a quick daffodil here in Bumblebee, which is ready to go. So actually, speaking of Bumblebee, Bumblebee is one of the 5 in colors that will be retiring. Now, when the retiring list comes out later in, let's see, it must come out in April. The retiring list is going to have on it all 5 in colors from this this retiring round. And so if you're trying to think about like, I really want that Sale-a-bration paper, I wasn't going to get it, but now Meg showed me and I'm excited about it. If you're looking for what you might need to get, remember that these are the 5 colors that are going to retire, because Stampin' Up! Retires their in colors every 2 years. So if you need paper or ink refills, or you haven't gotten these pads yet, think about those for your last Sale-a-bration order here today. Okay, so this is our daffodil card. You guys ready to see some other projects? We're gonna do a little bit of walkthrough. I think I'm gonna leave my camera here for now. And I'm gonna show you a couple more daffodils. So here is the Daffodil Afternoon project that uses that designer series paper for the background. Here is another one that uses a designer series paper for the background, and also uses the dies here. So the background paper is what's retiring on all of these cards. Here's one more. This is a Z-fold card that we did together. This designer series paper here, you can also see the front and back with this design. This one is also retiring, so same package there. Let's see, here's the little, whoops, I just dropped chocolate on the floor. That's okay. It was in a cute little box and it didn't even come out. So this one here was our little treat that we did, also retiring designer series paper. So there's 5. Here is another daffodil project. I can't remember if I showed you guys this one or not, but this was the DSP card base that we did, same designer series paper. Actually, this is 2, also retiring. So there are, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 projects with daffodils. Here is a 7th one. This is one that Linda Yearsley designed, a very talented stamper, and she had us use the designer series paper here and here also, and this is fussy cut from the designer series paper. You can see it right there, same daffodil, okay? So there's another daffodil project. We'll have that card layout coming to a video soon. All right, and then moving on to the Rainbow Suite, which was another of my favorites from this last round. So here are some favorite rainbow cards. This one, actually is a rainbow card, but doesn't use the retiring paper. Here is a version that does use the retiring rainbow paper. Remember that Rainbow, Sunshine and Rainbows DSP has the cloud punch pieces that match, and then the pretty rainbows to go with it. Let's see, we have like pile O cards here. Okay, here's another one that used the designer series paper that we did together, sending you a rainbow of happiness. And then this is the designer series paper too, these pretty clouds here with that pool party. So there were papers that matched the shape and then papers that just coordinated color-wise. And then here is another, so this used a big piece of the designer series paper in the card top here, so that the rainbows would show through from the front, and we even stamped on the designer series paper there. So good ideas there. I've lost track of how many cards we're at now. So the next one I'm gonna show you is the Simply Marbleous paper. And Simply Marbleous was what we used for our, here. We used it for this background here. We used the marbly side. This is the sort of set and shine side that we did for a card last week. So this designer series paper is retired, and this stamp, this driving by stamp, the little minivan and the beetle are both retiring. Here is another. This one uses that same driving by stamp set, and the background is sunshine and rainbows. And the actually all 3 of these designer series papers, so the pink, the rainbows, and the strip are, oh, and 4th, and this little sunshine paper. These are all from Sunshine and Rainbows retiring designer series paper. Let's see, Simply Marbleous, we use, oh my. Okay, Sunshine and Rainbows we used on this shaker card here. With this background, no, not Sunshine and Rainbows, Simply Marbleous we used on this background here with that swirl to go with our shaker card. So that was the Seize the Day stamp. And then we used it also on 2 versions of this card. One here as a standard card size. So this is the For the Record stamp from the January through June catalog. And we used a big piece for the background, just like we did here with this, driving by card. So here's the record version. And then we used it for a slimline card background here, which is the same card version, just in a format to match that other card size for those slimline cards and the slimline envelopes. All right, and then let's see, what else do I have for celebration to show you? I have another Sunshine and Rainbows paper card. So this one uses the background stamp, that Enjoy Every Chapter. And this one, I'm not sure if you remember this, but this stamp actually includes, it actually says enjoy every chapter of our friendship. And I trimmed out those little of our friendship words because that makes the stamp a little bit more flexible. So enjoy every chapter could be a great retirement card. It could be a great graduation card. It could be lots and lots of fun things for people who love books. And this was a Z-fold card too. This was a graduate version of this. But you can also put those words, of course, back in if you want the friendship version. But this paper here, this Sunshine and Rainbows, and this paper at the bottom is the Retiring Celebration paper. And let's see, I have 2 more cards to show you that feature our, oh my gosh, Hello Beautiful. Oh, wait, let me check. I can't remember for sure the name of this stamp. Hello Friendly Hello. It's the Friendly Hello bundle. And the Friendly Hello Designer Series paper is this one here with this pretty colors. And then the stamps here are from the stamp set. So this was a double celebration set. So it's one of the ones that you can use 2 celebration credits for, and you get the paper and the stamps together. And also this card here that featured the cactus stamp and punch used that same paper. So this is the Friendly Hello Designer Series paper to go with from the celebration set, just used with a different stamp set. So definitely don't have to use it with just the set, which is kind of the idea here with these. You can mix and match. They're fabulous flexible papers that go with a lot of different things. So, all right. So flipping you guys back up here, I hope that you're not super overwhelmed by all the celebration, but we've been doing them as we've gone along, lots of different celebration ideas. So really today's video, we showed one card, the how to make version. So this one is from the February LovenStamps tutorials, so you can learn more about that. But the other cards that I showed you as an overview are very much cards that showcase things from the soon to be retired mini catalog here. The celebration ends today. The last thing about celebration you want to keep in mind, if you've been thinking about becoming a demonstrator and joining my LovenStamps team, we have a lot of fun together. We've been running a big challenge, mail card challenge for the last month, which has been fun. And if you're watching and you're a LovenStamps demonstrator, I'm going to announce a new challenge tomorrow. So keep an eye out for that. But you can join Stampin' Up! As a demonstrator and get 2 bonus free stamp sets with your starter kit. So they can be anything from the big book or anything from the mini catalog. Some really great choices there. And 2 free stamp sets is a really big bonus. So the starter kit is $99 and includes $125 of whatever you want from the catalogs, plus those 2 free stamp sets. So you can learn more about that on my website, LovenStamps, under my Join My Team tab. And if you have any questions, of course, just reach out. I will be available to answer questions. So enjoy your last day of celebration. Go through your wish list one more time. Make sure you got what you want. And I hope that it is sunny and springy where you are. We are sunny and springy here today. It's kind of nice because, oh my gosh, how is tomorrow March? I can't even believe it. So, all right. So let's see. People are saying, great cards. Thank you. Julie says she thinks this celebration has been one of the best with DSPs and stamp sets. I've really had a fun time with them. I know you guys have too. There is in the video description a link to like 14 video tutorials from Celebration. So if you just want to see some of those cards that I showed you, you can check the link in the video tutorial, and a lot of them are included with, or link here in the video description, and it will take you to the video tutorials on my website. So, all right, guys, have a super fab day. Go check out what you might need and place any last minute chance orders. And I will look forward to seeing you on Wednesday with another Make Our Mornings with Meg video tutorial. So thanks, guys. Happy stamping. Have a great day.